a question taken from 2018 WAEC question on comprehension passage. So we have, everybody was impressed with the feats which went along the hilarious drumming, and the underlined expression is which went along the hilarious drumming. So our duty here, or our job, is to identify the grammatical name and the grammatical function. First, what we have to look at here is that this expression is actually talking about something. It's giving us more explanation or more description or more meaning about something. And what is it actually giving us meaning about? It's giving us meaning about this word. Now, another thing I would like to bring into the notice of students is that for us to understand grammatical names and functions, we must be very vast. We must have a vast mastery of our word classes, your nouns, verbs, and all of that. Very, very important. So, first we look at this word, because that is what the whole word is talking about. The whole underlined expression is talking about feats. And this is a noun. So, all this expression is giving us more meaning about feats, which is what? A noun. And don't forget your grammatical words or your word classes. Anything that talks about nouns or pronouns, or anything that gives us additional information about nouns or pronouns, are what? Adjectives. They are adjectives. So this expression is giving us more information about this, and we have identified that this word is a what? A noun. So that automatically tells us that this expression is what? Is adjectival. But it's not just, we can't call it an adjective because it's more than one word. So, and we can also not call it an adjectival phrase because it contains what? A verb. It contains a verb. So, which makes this expression an adjectival clause. Okay? It makes it an adjectival clause because it's giving us more information about a noun, which is what? Fits. Now, another word for adjectival clause is called relative clause. So we can call it relative or adjectival clause. So that's the grammatical name. So another way you can identify the grammatical name in this context is the marker. Now, what is the marker? A marker is that word that easily helps the students to identify whether an expression is a phrase or a clause. It can also help students to identify the type of phrase or the type of what? Clause. So for you to identify a relative clause or an adjectival clause, we have some markers that normally introduce the expression. That is, comes at the beginning of the expression. Words like which. You can also have what? Who, whose, whom, and what? That. So when you have words like this that introduces an expression, words like this that introduce the expression, then it gives you a clue that the expression is what? A relative clause or an adjectival clause. Also, another thing that can make you easily identify that a word is an expression is a relative clause or an adjectival clause is the word that comes immediately behind it. Now, the word that comes immediately behind this expression is a noun or a pronoun. So take note of that, and that is what the expression is giving us more meaning about. Take note of that as well. So at least I've exhausted so many areas you can actually use to identify that an expression is a relative or adjectival clause. So I think we're done with that. Now let's move on to the grammatical function. So what's the grammatical function? The grammatical function here, once you identify that it's a relative clause or an adjectival clause, then it must qualify it must qualify the noun behind it. So what's the noun behind it? The noun behind the expression is fit, and we have identified that it's a word, it's a noun. So the grammatical function is it qualifies the noun fit. So here you have it, the grammatical name for the underlying expression here is which went along the hilarious drumming, and the function is it qualifies the noun fit. Now don't forget, another way you can identify the grammatical name of a relative clause is through the markers. Don't forget that as well. So we've come to the end of this particular video. I hope you've learned something new today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, A Full Learning English, for more lessons like this. Bye for now.